Hello and welcome to another Bushwhacker review. Today we are going to be taking a look at the NASCAR Authentics raced version Wave 1. More importantly, the return of Winner's Circle. Lionel actually decided to bring back the old classic Winner's Circle name and brand for these raced versions. You see they actually come screwed into little Winner's Circle bases with the driver's name. You got like the race winner card in the background and everything. These have been blowing up the internet since it was around Memorial Day weekend. There was the Kyle Larson back here. It showed up at a Hendrick's gift shop. There was one photo of it and everyone was like, wait, is that real? Are they bringing Winner's Circle back? No one knew if it was real. No one knew what was happening. And then nothing was coming out of it. Of course, the guy who took the photo was like, oh, I didn't buy it. Because, for some reason, whenever somebody finds something like that, they never buy it and they never look at the back. Everyone was like, is the rest of the wave on the back? And he was like, I don't know, I didn't look. I don't know, that always happens, I don't know why. Everyone was kind of questioning if it was real or not, and then, it was 2 weeks later, Penske posted a photo of a gift basket they were raffling off for I think veterans or something, and what was in there but this Austin Cindric one. So then everyone's like, okay, maybe they are real. And turns out, yes, they are. Not sure what took them so long, because like I said, they leaked all the way back in May, and it took them all the way until a week ago to actually reveal the things or even acknowledge them for some reason. So I'm really not sure what that is, but here we finally have them in front of us right now. Why don't we just hop into the review? First up, we'll start with Joey Logano's LA Coliseum Clash win. It is so good just to see that classic Winner's Circle logo back. You see, these are basically the same as the 124 scale cards, as the typical race stats and a photo of him in victory lane and everything with a picture of the car in the background. Very nice. Here is the car itself. As you can see, they are little plastic bases. They have little triangle screws on them. So you need a triangle screwdriver if you want to get these off. So it says 2022. Wonder how long until we're going to get to 2023. Like I said, these are, January and February of 2022 cars right now. So hopefully they make a lot of these. It'd be cool if we got an entire cup set. Which, they can't really do because, I don't know. They are screwed into bases, though. So is that a way they can get around, give us the Harvick Busch Apple, because it's technically screwed into a base, just call them Dull Collectible? I don't know. But there you can see Joey Logano's Clash win. The first race for the next-gen car. Honestly, put on a pretty good show for its first race. So this is the unique version of Logano's car with the actual Shell logo on the back. It was kind of good that he won with that, just because it does, immortalize this version, because by the Daytona 500, it switched to the version by now with Shell back there instead of logo. But these are EL mold diecast and everything. They're pretty detailed. They don't have the confetti on the windshields, much like the regular 164s. Although that might be changing soon. It was with a Logano car, actually. Joey Logano's Phoenix win, his championship win, popped up on the Plan B sales air freights. And it has confetti on the front and rear windshields. So we might actually be getting confetti back on the 164s. Probably never on these Authentics, but these ones go for about, they're $2 higher than the regular Authentics when they actually hit Target shows. Everyone's been finding a line of racks at Target where they're going to be next to the normal Authentics, and I believe they're $6.99 or $7.99 instead of the $4.99. So I guess that's how much this plastic base costs, or how much extra race versions costs. Next up, we have an exclusive. We've got Zane Smith's Love's Travel Stop Daytona Truck Series win. There you can see the card if you want to see that. He said, as far as I'm aware, they did not produce this in 164 scale. This was only produced in 124 scale. It was really cool to get Love's back in victory lane at Daytona a year after Michael McDowell won the Daytona 500. It's a really nice paint scheme. This is one of those ways, if you want a nice, simple, clean car, you need it to be colorful. This is a simple, solid yellow truck, but it is colorful, and it is actually, eye-catching and nice. That's why something like Logano's looks better to me than, Harvick's Mobile Primary this year. That's just a solid white car with, it's just white. There's not really, anything exciting on it, where I like some color in my stuff. There you can see all the details and everything. Has the brackets painted on the spoiler and everything. Still is the universal mold, so the front end looks a little bit awkward, as most people have heard by now. Next up, we have Austin Hill's number 21 Xfinity Daytona race win. The Beef It's What's for Dinner 300. One of the funniest names. I don't know if you can see it. Hard to tell in that photo, but there is actually, you do get an entire cooler full of beef if you win this race. Definitely one of the more fun names in NASCAR right now. As far as I'm aware, I'm doing these in race win order. I think I'm doing them correctly. I don't know. This is also an exclusive as far as I'm aware. I'm pretty sure this was also only made in 1/24 scale. So 2 exclusives in Wave 1. That'll be nice to see if we get any more down the road. Like I said, it'll be really cool if they gave us every single Cup Series win. But again, there's 4. Is that right, 4? There's 4 of them that would be an issue. You have Kevin Harvick's Busch Apple win. Could be a problem. Both of Tyler Reddick's 3-tree wins. But again, his 3-tree wins came on bases, but they're also glued. So if you just glue this one and call it an adult collectible, can you get away with this? I don't know. You got both of those, and then you have Austin Dillon's Medicine Daytona Fall win. That one couldn't be made in 1/64 either. So I don't know. Like I said, could they make this work? Because then if we could get an entire series of the old winner circle, it was 2007, I believe. They actually made every single Cup win, except for maybe one of the Kurt Busch Miller cars. Or did they actually make that with the Kurt logo? That wheel looks like it's not in there correctly. I don't know. Austin Hill has become the kind of plate track champion for whatever reason. They don't use restrictor plates anymore, really. But Austin Hill has just become, anytime they go to a super speedway race now, Austin Hill is just always up front, always leading, and always looks like he's going to win for some reason. He's become the new, Justin Haley was like that in the Xfinity Series for a while. Very, very nice. Next up, we have Austin Cindric's Daytona 500 win. Use the picture of him holding the diecast car. It's cool to see. I'm surprised they even had these diecasts ready to go by Daytona last year. It seemed like it took a while for us to get next-gen cars all the way till, July or August was the time we actually got next-gen diecast. But as you can see, this one, that would be really piled in confetti. You see that there is still no confetti on the windshields. I do have that Logano coming. I mean, I'm not going to do a review just for 1/64 scale, but you will see that at some point. But have to see if that stays or not. Austin Cindric, and only his, his 6th start or something, won the race. His first career victory, and only his, 6th start. It was really funny that, Brad Keselowski could just never win the Daytona 500 and still hasn't, but the first year he leaves, his car immediately wins the Daytona 500. Brad Keselowski, it's been weird. Now Chris Buescher's won 3 separate times for Roush, and Brad still hasn't won a single Cup race except for that dual win. Wonder if we're going to get the dual wins in this. But like I said, this was the second car that got, leaked out and made everyone realize, oh, it is real. He said that Larson, everyone was kind of questioning. Maybe it was just some custom. Maybe somebody just threw something in a store, took a photo, made themselves, wanted to blow up the internet. But nope. Once this one appeared in the Penske gift basket, it was like, oh, these are real. I don't know if Lionel was just waiting for everyone to forget about these by the time they actually revealed them. Actually, Auto Club comes before Vegas. Let's slide that one over. Here we have Kyle Larson's Auto Club win from last season. There you can see the stats right there. I knew I probably didn't have these in right in order. It's been so long since these, like I said, these are February and March of 2022 that are coming out in August of 2023. So, had to remember some of these races. This race was a controversial win because this was the race that Chase Elliott was coming on his outside as Kyle Larson was battling Joey Logano, and I guess Kyle Larson didn't see him or came up too late and put Chase Elliott in the wall, and then Chase Elliott looked like purposely caused a caution to try to make him lose. Chase Elliott spun out and was acting odd on the radio as if he was purposely trying to cause a caution to make sure Kyle Larson didn't win, but Kyle Larson won anyways. That was kind of the funny thing with, Denny Hamlin a couple weeks ago. Pocono, put him in the wall. Everyone's like, Denny Hamlin's dirty, blah, blah, blah. But Kyle Larson twice last year used up Chase Elliott to win a race. As hilarious as it is. Watkins Glen was hilarious to see in person. He just ran him right wide, won the race. And, again, Kyle Larson's can be a little dirty at times, but for some reason nobody cares. I don't know. Everyone just seems to give Kyle Larson a pass. Like, Denny Hamlin does that to him once, and everyone's like, Denny Hamlin is the devil. Kyle Larson's the cleanest driver ever. I don't know. But there you have one of Kyle Larson's couple wins last year. Next up, we have Alex Bowman's Pennzoil 400 Las Vegas win. What is he holding? What drink is that? I don't even recognize. Is that a Celsius or something? Somebody tell me what drink that is in the comments. That's a very weirdly cropped photo. I don't know. Anyways, here's the car itself. The pretty ugly Ally car. I still never liked this paint scheme. It just looks like a test car or something. They really upped their game this year, as I've said before. Do love to see that Pennzoil yellow confetti, though. The white car does work well for a raced version. You can see all the dirt and rubber buildup and everything up front. The logo's right there. Alex Bowman stole this win, if I remember correctly. This was the race that it was like coming down to like Kyle and Truex. Kyle was in the FLM car, and then a late caution came out, and they pitted, and somebody stayed out or something, and Alex Bowman stole the race again. This was the race that, if I remember, this was the race that Kyle Busch did that whole like backs in every win of his whole career quote when he was all pissed off. Alex Bowman's really been struggling this year ever since, he broke his back and everything, and then came back, and he still just has barely even looked like he can win a race. Michigan was one of the few times I think he's actually was leading the race or whatever. Next up, we have Noah Gragson's Phoenix Xfinity win from last season. As you can see, he definitely did a nice burnout and tore out the fender there. That's really cool to see. I still really like this Bass Pro Shops paint scheme. Said it's just the base of Chase Elliott's old Napa car, but something about the metallic silver with the bright neon orange and yellow just looks fantastic. It's just crazy to me that Bass Pro Shop hasn't sponsored him in Cup yet this year. Well, if he's even back with the 42 car, we don't really know that right now. And no, I am not getting into that in this video. But it is weird to me that Black Rifle followed him to Cup, but for some reason Bass Pro Shop didn't. I mean, I know they already sponsored Truex and Austin Dillon, but would have been nice just to, pop onto one single race and Cup and something, use this paint scheme. I don't know. Like, just give him one race. Definitely really nice. Love that metallic silver. And last but not least for the wave, we have Chase Briscoe's Phoenix win from last year, his first career victory. Boy, Stewart-Haas Racing has been awful this year. Said Gragson and all of Petty. I'm going to keep calling it Petty because Legacy Motor Club is still the stupidest name. Like, that sounds like a rich person sports car club. Like, that sounds like a bunch of, 60-year-olds with their, Jaguars and stuff. That doesn't sound like a race team. Like, Petty GMS was much better because at least I had the Petty name, but whatever. Anyways, back to this car. Said Stewart-Haas Racing has been abysmal this year. Ford's been pretty off, but, Penske still snuck in a couple victories. Now Roush has won a couple times, and Stewart-Haas Racing, beyond, that spring Martinsville race, has just been completely terrible. Chase Briscoe was awfully slow in the Coke 600, was running, 35th the whole race, and then his car was cheated up. They had an illegal, manufactured part on it, and he was still running, 38th. That's bad. You're cheating up your car so much that you get, one of the biggest penalties, and you're still running like dog shit. But it was really cool to see Chase Briscoe win last year. I said I've reviewed the 1/24 scale of this if you want to see a more detailed video. What have you got here? Reviewed this one and these two if you want to see more detailed, in-depth race to win videos of them. But that is the wave. Like I said, this definitely came out of nowhere for a lot of people, but we actually have Winner Circle back in the stores, and, it's its own separate wave, so we're going to get a bunch of them, I assume. I mean, like I said, when I showed off the package version, it does say 2023 Wave Race Win 01, so I assume we're going to get a bunch of these. I guess they'll maybe, make a couple waves and see how well they sell or whatever. So, definitely when you start seeing these show up in Target, I believe they said the fall for some reason. when they revealed this wave like a couple weeks ago, it said like coming to Target this fall, but the price tag's already up, so is it really gonna take to the fall? I don't know. Just have to wait and see on that one, but I imagine we're gonna get at least a couple waves of these. I mean, like I said, these are all in the, you know, the latest date we have here is March 12th. Or wait, where's the Briscoe card? So March 13th, I would imagine. Yeah, March 13th. So I assume, you know, the next wave will be the next set of some cars. I said, I hope to get all of Logano's cars in this. It'll be really cool to get that Darlington win and such. I said, if they make the whole season, it will be really cool. Which, then again, I hope they don't take so long that we're not, you know... Hopefully they catch up a little bit quicker than this, so we're not waiting until August of next year to get 2023 Daytona Diecast, but I don't know. Did I say August? I don't know, but I don't know why these took so long. Hopefully they just kind of keep coming out now. I said they popped up at Targets, and Lionel specifically did say Target, so are these not going to show up at like Walmart or anything either? Are these like Target exclusives? So they do have them at the Lionel store, so... Which, there's apparently a new Lionel store being opened in Nashville, Tennessee, so that'll be interesting to see. So I guess keep a lookout for these in your Target stores probably in the next coming weeks. I said the 38 and the 21 are the two exclusives. Those ones will probably go harder than some of the other ones you can just buy 164 scales normally of. But I think that's pretty much all there is to say. Remember, for all of your other diecast needs, you can go to circlebdiecast.com, and if you use the code BWhack, you can get $5 off shipping on any order over $30. Just go check it out if you want anything. Like I mentioned, all there is to say, this has been a review of the NASCAR Authentics Winner's Circle Raced Version Wave 1 from 2023 of 2022 cars. Hope you enjoyed, and thanks for watching.